Now on to Hong Kong. The city is in lockdown ahead of celebrations marking the 70th anniversary of the founding of the People's Republic of China. And protesters aiming to embarrass Beijing on National Day are planning mass illegal demonstrations across the city today. Well, CNA's Roland Lim is standing by in Hong Kong in Wan Chai district with the latest. And Roland, what's been happening where you are?
Right, I'm actually just a few hundred meters away from the entrance of the Hong Kong Convention Exhibition Center, where the National Day reception has just ended. You're seeing a steady stream of the hundreds of delegates, of VIPs, of community leaders, as well as businessmen that have been invited to this National Day reception. The National Day flag-raising ceremony started at 8 p.m. Singapore, Hong Kong, a.m., I should say, without a hitch. There is, of course, still a high level of high security level here in the Convention and Exhibition Center. There are water barriers still surrounding the Convention Center itself. Police are also still on high alert. We are also hearing that in anticipation of the protest rally, illegal protest rally, I should add, that starts from 1 p.m. Singapore, Hong Kong time, that MTR stations, 11 MTR stations will stop operating. That means trains will not be stopping at 11 MTR stations in the hotspot zones that the protesters are planning to target. And these include stations like Wan Chai, Admiralty, Causeway Bay, Sam Shui Po, Prince Edward Station, Tuen Mun, Wong Tai Sin, and more. Now, this really is a move to try to cripple the protesters themselves, who actually use the MTR stations as the main form of transportation. But of course, this will not be deterring the crowds from actually turning up in an illegal mass rally that starts from Victoria Park in Causeway Bay at 1 p.m. All the way to Central at Chater Garden. However, the plan is by these protesters, of course, is to then disperse into 6 districts. Now, they are planning to lay siege to districts like Sam Shui Po, Tuen Mun, Tsuen Wan, as well as Yuen Long, in a bid really to keep the police busy. We are also hearing on Telegram messaging apps that they want also to escalate the violence that they've been targeting so far. Police stations, MTR stations, but now shopping malls are also a target for these protesters. It's not clear whether the Telegram messaging calls are instigated by the protesters themselves or people who want to incite violence, but shopping mall owners are not taking any chances. Sun Hung Kee Properties, which is the biggest landlord in the territory, is saying that they will be closing all their shopping malls across the territory. And we've also got big brands like Louis Vuitton and Hermes also closing up shop today for fear of damage by the protesters themselves.
And Roland, tell us more about the security measures the authorities have put in place around, of course, the Hong Kong Convention Exhibition Center, if not throughout the city as well.
Yeah, we've been reporting that Hong Kong really is on lockdown, but what the police are saying, though, that they are telling people overnight there was an SMS that was sent to all mobile phone users in the territory saying that they should be cautious of areas in Hong Kong that will have severe public disorder and disruptions, and that they should be paying close attention to public announcements on TV, on the radio, as well as social media. Police say that there will be a very, very dangerous situation in the protest zones around Hong Kong today. So people are really going to be avoiding these areas. Admiralty will be a particular hotspot. Causeway Bay will also be another hotspot, as well as Mong Kok and Tsim Sha Tsui over across from Hong Kong Island. Police said that they are fully prepared for any contingencies that happen. Remember, they have been using tear gas, rubber bullets, as well as water cannons to disperse these protesters. So we are expecting another day of violence, of course, because they want basically to give the Communist Party of China a bad name.
All right, Roland, appreciate, of course, your coverage there in Hong Kong, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the day there. That was Roland Lim, our correspondent, coming to us live from Wan Chai, Hong Kong.